BRPD were able to arrest Kenneth James Gleason for the brutal murders of Bruce Cofield and Donald Smart last week.
Quick question. Hypothetically, if a black man targeted two white men to murder them because of the color of their skin, what are the odds he'd be called clean cut in the headline of a newspaper? Pretty damn unlikely, huh? I think it'd be a safer bet to go with either thug, or racist thug, right? But remaining consistent in their efforts to stoke racial fears and perpetuate stereotypes, the New York Post reminds us of their scumbaggery and why racial perception remains such a pervasive, intractable problem in this country. The type of problem that has racist white killers described in a headline that you would expect from a goddamn Tinder profile. The suspected killer that the New York Post is flirting with here is 23-year-old Louisiana man Kenneth Gleason, who was taken into custody Tuesday and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder in the ambush murders of 2 black men. But to the fine gents at the Post, they thought it was best to shy away from all that stuff about the suspected racial agenda, all the brutal killings involved, you know, and just deemed it the utmost importance that clean fucking cut be the first character description readers set their eyes upon. Yeah, they felt it was so critical that this dapper individual got humanized from the get-go rather than be seen as an accused killer. But if you know the Post, this should be as surprising as Melania Trump rocking Louis in a tsunami. The Post is already known for its ever so charming descriptions of white supremacist terrorists. Remember a few months back when I done the story on how they did a full Bumble breakdown of the dapper man suited up in a large black overcoat, brown dress shoes and dark colored pants, and well groomed? Oh, and who by the way had traveled from Maryland to New York, hell-bent on killing black people as practice, resulting in the death of Timothy Common. Who by the way, amidst their glorification of the white supremacist, they thought it was essential to describe the victim as some sort of career criminal for committing the horrendous act of, get this, turnstile jumping. Well, thank God the dapper individual with his suave overcoat and brown shoes was there to rid the world of this menacing, marijuana-smoking modern-day Al Capone, am I right? Time and time again, we see racial stereotypes cloud the way individuals are portrayed in the media, and it's disgusting, disingenuous, and downright racist. Here we have the same somehow still respected news outlet openly regurgitating racial bias in its portrayal of evil white terrorists, but yet it's the victims who are dehumanized in a way that almost justifies the actions of the dapper, clean-cut killers. It is these perceptions that fuel racial bias. Just open your eyes and you will see it. The New York Post is just one example, but remember the way Fox News portrays every single black victim of police brutality? Yeah, you don't need to go scouring the internet to find an example of Fox reporting a clean-cut black individual accused of a crime. I'll save you the time. There is none. Instead, they do everything in their power to make it seem that black people are the aggressors in every situation, even when they're the victims, and justify the actions of the police officer.
Hands up, don't shoot was a lie, and that Michael Brown was the aggressor.
Wow. When Freddie Gray was killed by Baltimore police, Fox focused on the fact that Gray had minor drug arrests.
Mentally, he was not really with it, and possibly he was on drugs.
As if that had anything to do with the fact that the police neglected to secure him inside the police van after his arrest, so that he was tossed around like a rag doll and sustained a fatal spinal cord injury. Or another example, the way police officers described Terrence Crutcher as a bad dude.
That looks like a bad dude too, to be honest with you.
Before the officer shot him dead. It's sickening. Just as Timothy Common was the innocent victim of a racially motivated terrorist attack, so were 59-year-old Bruce Cofield and 49-year-old Donald Smart in Baton Rouge. That should be the focus of the story. Not the online dating application of the fucking white supremacists suspected of committing the crimes. Once again, we see the publishers of the New York Post value racism over common decency. Follow me on Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell and on Twitter at Francis M. Maxwell. Like and share the video, call out the New York Post, and please continue to resist.